Casually reading the history of Nintendo.
Phelous! My God, man! Hypertime is exploding! Everything we know and love will soon be destroyed! 8-Bit Mickey is already dead!
No.
What do you mean, no?
No, Linkara, I don't want to do storylines in this video. I just want to review the Airzone solution with you.
Yeah, but you have storylines in your videos, too!
I don't do them all the time, and when I do, it's something like me regenerating so I can make people think I'm leaving my show.
Yeah, you're really kind of a jerk like that, aren't you?
This opening bit is going too long. Let's just go review Airzone solution.
Okay. So what is Airzone's solution, Phelous?
The Airzone solution is a movie that has Doctors 3 to 7 in it.
Really? Does that include Tom Baker?
Oh yeah.
Well, this movie sounds like it's gonna be awesome!
Well, prepare to be disappointed. This thing starts up with Peter Davidson having John Pertwee over to watch some amazing video he made saying, pollution is bad.
Cause this is clearly something people wouldn't already be worried about in this movie's universe, when apparently you need to wear a mask over your face to breathe outside.
It's an issue which forced itself onto the political agenda several years ago. Up till now, nothing seems to have improved.
And clearly the 5th Doctor is very excited to have the 3rd Doctor over to watch his movie.
That's why the only interest he's showing is in the chips he's eating.
Airzone Corporation. They promised a major technological breakthrough. But do we need more technology in a world already suffocating from it? Shouldn't the government be changing public policy and the way we live our lives rather than looking to the private sector for solutions?
The Airzone solution?
This is a review?
It's not a bad start, Al. But we both know that you'll need more than fancy phrases and stock footage.
So all Davison has done is a voiceover on stock footage? Sounds like a bad start to me.
You mustn't have done what you know you must do.
Oliver, I asked you here
For my advice. Yes, I know. Look, perhaps you need to hear what you already know. What I think both of us have always known in one way or another.
And really, what's with the audio in this movie? You can hear this hiss-during dialogue which disappears right after. This isn't Birdemic level of terrible sound editing, of course, though.
So basically Pertwee tells Davison to, you know, actually do something.
That's what I intend to do.
I know. And I shall be watching.
And that's all Pertwee's character will be doing, whoever he is.
But now the weather with Arnie Davis.
Thank you very much, Quentin. I'm glad to see the acne's better.
Now it's time to meet Colin Baker, the 6th Doctor, also known as the greatest weatherman ever.
How do you know that? You aren't supposed to have watched this movie beforehand. In fact, oh yeah, we just know certain bits of this movie while we review it, but then we're surprised later, right? Just get it straight, one way or the other. We keep flip-flopping on these things all the time.
Stop questioning it. God, I hate it whenever you go meta in your reviews. It's just a review. You don't have to think too hard about it.
Why did that even hurt me? You didn't actually hit me. Okay, that one actually hit.
Keep those masks handy. They're a must.
Yup, those masks are entirely essential.
And that's why for most of the movie, they're not wearing them at all.
What's the weather pattern for today? High toxic levels, I'm afraid, combined with ozone depletion, which means you're going to get rather hot under the collar. Air quality, very poor.
Which obviously means it's going to be really overexposed out.
And that you'll vomit up milk within seconds of not having your mask on, unless you're a somewhat important character, of course.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Emily Jones. A Burton-on-Trent for this wonderful jumper. Fortunately, I can't wear it because the blue interferes with the chroma key.
Get it? Because the multicolored suit he wore in Doctor Who couldn't have any blue on it.
In joke!
Ah, Sylvester McCoy, my favorite Doctor.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites too. And like everyone, he's wasted in this movie.
And he might be wasted off his ass as well, because he takes his air mask off just to breathe in some toxic fumes.
McCoy is meeting with an informant to try to expose Airzone as they aren't cleaning the air like they're supposed to.
So while Sylvester McCoy is trying to get to the bottom of what Airzone is really doing, Peter Davison is trying to get to the bottom of his chip bag.
Neither McCoy nor his informant seem to need a mask now, but their transaction is caught by someone who seems to need an actual gas mask?
Well, the air quality is probably really different 20 feet away.
But until it's finalized, there's no point.
Who is it?
It's me.
Who is it?
I hope she knows her stuff.
She does.
Am I doing this alone?
No, but it's just...
Are you and your global concern chums backing out on me here?
Well, look, why don't we just wait till we get an official reply from the Department of the Environment?
Is this what you've been coaxing your little mole to put a job on the line for? Official bullshit from the government?
Jeez, Peter Davison, you were supposed to be the nice one. Also, Sylvester McCoy looks really sad.
Our lighting changed.
Shut up!
We make a good team, don't we?
The hack and the eco-nutter.
Let's not lose sight of what we're doing here and what we're up against.
Rachel Lonsdale looks like a perfect candidate for the next stage.
I'm gonna spill all the secrets on Subtlety Corp!
Oh, and Colin Baker is Mr. Big Shot Weatherman.
You make sure you wear that mask, eh?
Then why aren't you wearing one either, Colin Baker?
I hope you're on good form. We're relying on you. Very dull news day.
Just like with Doctor Who, right? No one would watch that without Colin Baker.
Colin Baker!
Meanwhile, the dynamic duo are breaking into Airzone, and by breaking in, I mean Davison just walks right into the building unchallenged while Sylvester McCoy bites his nails in the car.
Well, no wonder Airzone hasn't cleaned up the air. No one works there.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Well, actually, Airzone does at least employ 2 security guards, though Peter Davison escapes them with a mild jog, so they must not be getting paid very well.
And McCoy gives Davidson 1 minute to get back to the TARDIS, his car, before taking off, but Davidson apparently forgot the way out and instead ends up in a secret lab, also unguarded.
Rachel? My God.
Is Airzone operating out of Nilbog?
They're turning her into human plant mush. Oh my God!
Get me out of this.
Good evening.
Oh, that wacky Colin Baker. He can almost make us forget how silly it is that upon leaving the lab, Peter Davison gets a breath of bad air and immediately falls over dead.
And why the toxic air is now inside the building is anyone's guess.
Put me.
So, how did the 2 of them know that he had died?
Because they're other actors who have played the Doctor.
Is there a real reason?
No.
The vision of Davidson's death somehow hits Colin Baker's character, who had no connection with him, so hard that he passes out.
So how was Tom Baker affected by the death?
Well...
And the Pope.
Way to go, Tom!
Oh, and the 6th Doctor's companion Perry is also in this, and they... ugh.
Ew, that's gross. That's like her making out with her dad.
Okay, in this part of the skit segment of the review, the 6th Doctor is making out with Perry in bed.
Why is it that everyone is in love with me? Why am I in your room?
Great continuity!
Ugh, it was like 2 seconds long. Why did that need to be there?
Oh, and look, Alan Cumming is in this movie as an Airzone executive.
And what does he do?
Not much, but he and his boss do like to discuss how evil they are.
You contain the situation, Robin. I'm relying on you.
If I'm not mistaken, that was an official warning from the Secretary of State for the Environment. He doesn't get up early for fun, you know.
God, being evil is fun.
I love pollution. Let's go fight Captain Planet.
I'm gonna go leave my car on.
You know what you have to do, don't you?
He doesn't know what he has to do. He doesn't know you.
This isn't happening to me. This is not happening.
You really have no choice, you know. Remember.
You know, despite this coming off so silly here, I think the Doctor seeing his previous form like this would be a pretty cool post-regeneration trauma. But within the context of this movie, it makes as much sense as this.
You're really taking that well.
Well, actually, Colin Baker takes a ghost annoying him at the mirror rather well, too.
And Davison's ghost randomly appearing to Colin Baker is the only reason he gets involved with any of the Airzone plot.
Key.
You can't change your destiny!
What destiny?
I don't know.
So Peter Davison passes the torch, so to speak, by handing Colin Baker the TARDIS key.
But it disappears from his hand right after.
Exactly.
Aldebar was your dreaded mentor, wasn't he? Well, the stock pictures are pretty crappy. Got anything in the album of Sam Flint's greatest hits?
Have a photograph of Al MI5. Probably would have confiscated it by now.
Not sure why just a general picture of him would be so secret.
Oh, well, Perry is able to use a publicity still of Davison from when he was the Doctor, so it's all good.
Seismic alert. Noodle overdose. Seismic alert.
Well, I think it's scenes like this that made people scared of the Doctor falling in love with one of his companions. What the hell was that?
Not what I expected.
No police. Good. Come on. Let's try it then. Key hidden in jar, right?
So, Linkara, I've been having these visions of this dead guy I never knew. You want to go help me break into his house?
Sure, but I'm gonna do all the work and you just kind of stand there looking confused. Don't worry, I'll do it.
Don't worry, I'll do it. Looks like an offline edit setup.
No, it doesn't.
It's a living room.
So they sit around there and watch Davidson's stock footage video, cause there's no hurry or anything, but finally John Pertwee returns.
Only to stand outside and look at the house.
I sure am looking at this building. Why am I standing out in the rain?
This doesn't make any sense.
Do you have any right to be here?
Probably more than you.
Authorization to remove Airzone property.
If he didn't think anyone was there and he had a key to get in, why did he ring the doorbell?
Maybe he thought Peter Davidson's ghost was home.
Colin Baker has a look around public domain information and within a minute discovers...
Da-da-da-da. Wow, we'd uncover that public information, Colin Baker.
It's not even like Airzone gave like falsified reports or anything. They are giving the real information and no one's noticed until now.
Perry also gives Colin Baker what she says is more Airzone information that they secretly hidden in the public, but really it's just a picture of the second Doctor.
The main centres of pollution are quite clearly located in these 3 areas, where Airzone's latest toxic waste incinerators are situated. And take a look at the statistics. This column represents Airzone's average levels of emission last year, and this one shows this year's. Now, you've probably spotted that this year's is bigger. In fact, it's 11% bigger.
What the hell's he up to?
If this wasn't planned, how did he get the graphics there?
Oh, this is why he's the best weatherman ever. He's got magic chroma key powers.
Woo! This is the company we're asking to make us a better world?
Look, you've obviously got an axe to grind about this, but I'm not interested.
Oh, you're not interested? You are a news editor, and you're not interested.
And you're a weatherman.
Oh, and weathermen aren't supposed to think, is that it? Look, Sam, I'm amazed that you can't see that this is a big story.
Yeah, he's the news editor. He's your boss. He edits the news. Guess what? You're not the news. You're the weatherman. Give this to the news anchors who can then give it on the air.
People who renew our franchise are severely pissed off when they switch on and hear a one-sided, unbalanced editorial during a weather forecast.
An unbalanced editorial? He's giving public information. But it's apparently a secret.
And what about Al Dunbar? Death caused by airborne toxins exacerbated by bronchitis. The low levels in that toxic depression the other night, he would have had to have had advanced pleurisy and severe asthma to have passed out, never mind died.
So how did he die then?
I don't know.
Colin Baker throws a fit and storms out with Perry following, and both without masks. It's almost like the air isn't really toxic or something.
We're gonna have to pretend there isn't some kind of conspiracy going on, is that it?
What conspiracy? It was in the public domain!
Yeah, people are just too stupid to look at the information.
Wait, is Sylvester McCoy a ghost now?
Nope, he just has slasher killer powers.
So while Perry has a discussion with Raffi about seriously turning down the exposure in his office,
Colin Baker decides that now it's time to get skeptical.
Your friend has just died in what are admittedly suspicious circumstances. I can understand that this might well push you over the edge.
Oh, don't try and be skeptical.
All right, 9:29 p.m. I collapsed.
Yes, and I crashed my car. Why?
I saw Al Dunbar die.
It all makes sense. Nature will find a way, you see. Nature will survive.
So let me get this straight. The reason why they have a psychic connection and are seeing Peter Davison's ghost is because nature itself wants them to stop the pollution and will give them this connection and all the resources they need to stop the evil pollution makers.
Exactly.
oh, and John Pertwee's back. He really can't get enough of standing outside that house.
And of course he never needs a mask, but look, they're actually using their masks as they got out of the house. Oh, and that's enough of that.
Stanwyck?
Yes, I can see him too.
But he can't be dead.
Oh no, he's dead.
Doesn't even look ill to me.
He's an after-image.
You have to work together, Anthony. Help doesn't always come from expected places.
The ghost of Peter Davison appears for no particular reason when he does so, and all he does is just say like, "Oh, I'm the ghost of Peter Davison, find out why I'm dead." And he appears in the most random places to maximize the silliness.
Kinda just like the ghost of 8-Bit Mickey.
I'm not dead, I just have weird powers. Pollution gives me strength.
I'm sorry we didn't see you there.
So
we were
just daydreaming. No, not a bit of it. Quite a useful conversation, I imagine.
Conversation?
With the other fella. Excuse me.
I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you.
You're close to the truth.
The truth of what? Who was that?
So Rachel's your mole? The one who got out into this trench or clinic place?
Mm-hmm.
So where is she now?
Behind you. Don't look.
What, do you think they have cameras in the car?
Well, apparently they do.
Are we being followed?
Yeah, they sure are ramming them there.
And this is clearly too much for them, so they pull over, leave the doors unlocked, and don't lift a finger to stop them from taking Rachel.
They're the best!
I know I shouldn't have brought you.
So because neither of them stopped that, Sylvester McCoy is pissed with Colin Baker and no longer believes in the power of nature that connected them or whatever.
But that night, Perry tells Baker that she has an interview with the Secretary of State for the Environment.
And that's convinced Sylvester McCoy to completely forgive him. Yay for pointless fights.
So I'm no use to you, am I?
I just need to meet him.
Okay, yeah, I can believe maybe that the station promoted this upcoming interview or whatever, but how the hell did he know that Perry was related to him?
Read my lips. No way, Jose.
Sir Richard, I wonder, do you recognize this young lady? I noticed when you looked at this photograph, you looked rather guilty. Why should that be?
I believe it was a rather unfortunate accident. The girl died. It was the beginning of the week.
How strange. I only saw her yesterday.
That was totally unacceptable.
Airzone have done something to her.
This dead Rachel.
We saw her yesterday.
Was Al there by any chance?
What kind of journalist are you? There's obviously something going on that Allenby knows nothing about.
Okay, something's going on.
And that's all she needs to be convinced.
So their big plan now is to ambush the head of Airzone during a keynote speech.
Oh, what the hell's he doing here?
What is he doing?
Get out of here, Bennett!
Well, since he works for Airzone, why not walk off alone with him?
Look, I've got to be on live TV in 2 minutes. Why don't you tell me whatever it is you want?
I'm so glad to be doing this review with you, Linkara. I knew I shouldn't have trusted you.
This is an historic occasion. The government has put its trust in Airzone and charged us to carry out a duty to the people of this country. It is a trust we shall not betray, and a duty in which we shall not fail.
Why is she saying this like it's new? They've supposedly been trying to clean the air for a while now.
Yeah, if they just got started, how did they have time to increase pollution rates?
We're not going to turn the world upside down as some pressure groups would have us do. As far as they're concerned, industry could grind to a halt tomorrow. No cars, no nuclear power, no washing machines.
Wait, is she saying that washing machines are causing the toxic air?
We should have known.
Progress is the way forward.
Yes! Yes! Progress is the way forward!
We love your generic statements!
And it is our intention for the vital pollution filter implant trials to be undertaken by the healthcare agencies represented here today.
Pollution filter implants? This is the keynote speech. Was there like additional reading along with this? Because she hasn't mentioned this before.
Well, Colin Baker's heard enough, and that wonderful Airzone security is at it again, and when they try to stop him, they just end up arming him.
They're doing something else. I don't know what it is, but I do know that it's bad and that it's killing people.
Here's your proof. A living subject for experimentation in Airzone's top secret medical establishment.
The toxic breather. No need to clean the air. She is a prototype. The next stage of the research, don't you see? No! We've made our world. You want it this way, don't you? Then we must change to suit it. There's no other way. Not without destroying everything you stand for.
Wait, did he want the polluted air? What is she talking about?
Nobody knows what they want in this movie.
This is the way forward.
Yes, turning everyone into mutant fish people is the only solution.
Neat idea. Bad image.
Well, here's my idea. We turn everyone into mutant fish people who can breathe the toxic air.
Well, that's a brilliant idea, but a bad image.
Very impressive. I knew you could do it. Lucky they shot themselves in the foot. Al would have approved.
Oh, we're just casually in the hallway again.
8-bit Mickey would be proud.
This review is weird. I am not really proud. I'm just gonna leave you with that. Excuse me. I'm gonna hang out with Brad.
That's who it was. We're dumb.
We're so dumb. Wait, where's the rest of the movie?
That's it. That's all there is. John Pertwee comes in, says, "Yeah, Peter Davison would have approved. Bye, guys." And he gets top billing.
What?
This movie was just such a wasted opportunity to have all these former Doctor actors together and then you put them into some confused plot about an evil air cleaning company. And they didn't even give John Pertwee anything slightly meaningful to do.
And there's another thing with the Airzone solution. Linkara, have you noticed that our lighting's changed since the start of this? It was day when we began the review.
Hey, Phelous. Remember how you used to die in your reviews?
Oh boy.
This movie just boggles the mind with pollution ghosts, connections to other people simply because they were in Doctor Who, and mutant fish people that breathe toxic air.
Well, there's nothing left to do but put on our air masks and go home.
Oh, we're well protected from the toxins. Oh, you know what? It's clearing up. I don't think we'll need these anymore.
Yeah. It's not like they're really air masks anyway, and the camera's in the way, so we can't leave normally.
Would you just shut up?
Going to hit me. Oh my God.
You guys are weird.
You guys are dumb.
You are too for being in this.